So, how do you find products for your drop shipping store? My name is Evan, and I'm a 25-year-old entrepreneur from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And now I'm going to be helping you figure all of this out. If you're brand new to drop shipping, or you just open up a Shopify store or a WordPress site, and you want to find out how to find products for your store, since you already made that leap, you're like, hey, I want to do this. This is awesome. I watched some guru's video, and now Shopify just take my money. So I'm going to be here to try to help you find some products for your Shopify store. So there's 3 different steps that you're going to need to follow in order to find actually decent products that people are willing to pay for with your drop shipping website. So first thing that you're going to need to figure out and how to find products for drop shipping is to find out if your store is either going to be a brand with a niche or general store. So you're either going to have to be a brand that figures out what a niche is. So say for example, for this video, we're going to use hiking as our niche. So a lot of camping things, that's just going to be our niche. You're going to figure out an Instagram page for it. You're going to have your Facebook business page already set up with it. And you kind of have a general idea of what kind of brands that you're going for within that certain niche. So you try to target something that's up and coming within one given niche, which does simplify it a bit more. And this is something I do recommend if you are building out a store, is to find a niche. But a lot of people also say just to do a general store and find a few different products that are up and coming on a general store. And then once you find the products that you are able to be profitable with and scale up a lot more, then you focus onto a niche after the general store, because you can't compete with the world's #1 general store, which is Amazon. No one can compete with it. No one can compete with AliExpress as well. No matter how much money you're able to start out with, Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world, just from having the most successful general store, and there's no one that's going to be able to compete with him or Jack Ma. So focus into a niche after you're able to start a general store. So once you figure out if you want to be a brand with a niche, or you just want to do a general store to find some good products in order to start being profitable with drop shipping, you're going to have to figure out, okay, go on to Google Trends to see what's actually starting to be popular with your giving niche or whatever general store is right now. So let's Google Trends, and let's just do hiking, for example. Because it all depends on the time of year. If you have a specific niche, it depends on the time of year that you're opening something up. So say that you're going to be just focusing on Christmas gifts, for example. You probably don't want to start it in January or February for Christmas gifts, because then you won't end up making a profit for a really long time. But if you start a Christmas store, say in September, October, get everything all set up, then you might end up actually being profitable. So when I look at hiking as a general term, let's go to Canada, since that's where I'm from, unless my computer wants to freeze. Actually, worldwide. We'll just do worldwide then. So for camping, you see that in there's more people that live in the northern hemisphere, so summer's going to be right around over here. So this is a good time to start a drop shipping store for hiking, because it's more of a summertime activity. It's more for outdoorsy things, and not many people are going to be hiking in the northern hemisphere in the winter, unless you live in like the southern U.S. or you live in southern Europe. Where I live in Canada, not a whole lot of hiking goes on around here. A lot of the trails are closed. A lot of the provincial parks are also closed as well due to snow, also different hibernation stuff. So if you're going to start a drop shipping store for in the camping or hiking niche, start it around here, around March. Okay, so beginning of March, end of March, this is when it starts to go up for the season, as you can tell here, and then it starts to drop off as soon as September here, because not many people are buying new hiking equipment for the fall, unless that's where they're going to be camping out, and that's going to be a winter niche, winter hiking niche for you guys. If you want, that's in order to remain relevant with your niche. You then brand it over into winter gear, but you're not going to make as much because it's not as popular of a term unless there's like a higher products or whatever. But that's just getting more complicated. So if you're wanting to start like a hiking niche, a good time would be here. And then this is a free resource. Google Trends is a free resource to use to figure out which times of the years might be best for your given niche. And then let's figure out, before we go into there, so now let's figure out popular products right now. So you figured out the brand or niche that you've decided on. You know the time of year that you want to go with through Google Trends, and then let's find popular products inside of this hiking niche. So let's just do basically let's just do camping. And let's see what comes up for camping. These are some of the more popular items, but what we want to do is find things that are 5 stars or up, and then we're going to go into orders, because orders, if it anything above an 800 order, that's usually a relatively good idea that the product is very popular. If you want to jump on a trend, don't invent the wheel. Don't think like, oh hey, this could be a really new up and coming project or product, and it only has 3 or 4 reviews on it. Then you're going to have to convince your customers that the product is good and that they're going to have to buy with you, which is 2 things that you're going to have to overcome, which I don't recommend. I'd rather you just have to overcome your potential customer to purchase from your store instead of convincing them of the product and to come to your store. So they're already into the product. That's who you're going to be advertising to, and then they're just going to decide to purchase it from your store. So these are some good things to look at for camping, and I love this titanium outdoor spork. Sporks are very useful, especially for camping, and they're very cheap. I would recommend selling some of these and gaining some sort of like email list with them, and then putting your own brand on top of these sporks so that you can be like the quintessential spork website or something like that. Whatever's in your mind. So have a look on here and see when people have bought them. So you do feedback. So here's some feedback, and they're all pretty recent. So let's go to latest. Yeah, 17, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16. These are all just recently. So people are purchasing this item right now. So this is a pretty good product if you're in the hiking niche to be able to sell. And then once you figure out all this sort of stuff, and then you just figure out how much you want to sell or what kind of adaptions that you want. And another word of advice that I'm just going to throw in there as a bonus in this video, only do ePacket Express, and if you can't find ePacket, which this one doesn't, then 15 to 30 days is your only option. Get stuff that delivers pretty fast. Like this one I probably wouldn't do just from that, especially shipping here to Canada. These are the only 2 options, 15 to 30 day. You want to get ePacket where it's under 2 weeks minimum. That is friggin' minimum that you need in order to deliver any products to anyone, because like they could just go on Amazon and get it in a week. Like why would they want to wait an extra week and pay more? Because you're most likely on your store, it's going to be a branding thing where they're going to be paying more for it. So just doesn't really make sense. But if you found this video at all useful and helpful, I would greatly appreciate it if you left a comment, you liked it, and also subscribe to my channel. I also offer help with drop shipping as well. I offer some coaching, and then I'll leave a link in the description and a link in the comment section for a free 15-minute discovery call where we can see if we would be a good match to work together, or if you want to end up finding a bit more about myself as well to see if I would be a good fit for helping your business out. And once again, my name is Evan, and thank you for catching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.